It's Chutkan and welcome back to my channel. We have another DOGE story, and liberals are not happy about it because the judge who Democrats love to hear from decided not to grant them the wish they were asking for, DOGE blocking access to data or making cuts at 7 agency. She's allowing them to do it. So this is from CBS News. It says judge won't block Musk and DOGE from accessing data, making cuts at 7 agency, by Melissa Quinn, CBS News. So a federal judge on Tuesday declined to stop Elon Musk and the White House Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE, from accessing data systems at several federal agencies and firing or putting their employees on leave. U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan from January 6th and Trump's nemesis in the D.C. court, fame, rejected a request for a temporary restraining order sought by 14 Democrat-led states as they pursue a challenge to Musk's actions. The states had urged or argued that Musk, who the White House said is categorically as special government employee, has unchecked authority and is violating the Constitution Appointment Clause. But in a 10-page decision, Chutkan found that the states have failed to show that they will suffer immense irreparable harm without relief. If you want relief, ROLAIDS. The court is aware that DOGE unprecedented action has resulted in considerable uncertainty and confusion for the plaintiffs and many other agencies and residents, she wrote, but the possibility that the defendants may take action that's irreparable harm plaintiff is not enough. Chutkan add that the state's claim that Musk's action violates appointment clause has serious implications, citing Supreme Court precedent. She wrote that they are the exclusive abuse that the Constitution seeks to prevent. It means the states. Musk has not been nominated by the president nor confirmed by the U.S. Senate as constitutionally required for officers who exercise sufficient authority pursuant to the laws of the United States. She said, bypassing this significant structure safeguard of the constitutional scheme, Musk has rapidly taken steps to fundamentally reshape the executive branch. President Trump issued an executive order establishing the Musk-led DOGE on his first day in office and tasked the agency with reducing the size of government and cutting federal spending. Since then, DOGE employees have been dispatched to more than a dozen agencies to implement Mr. Trump's agenda, said the president. In the court filing on Monday, the White House sought to clarify that Musk is not formally head of DOGE, but overseer the effort as a senior White House advisor. DOGE actions raised alarms for Democrats and labor unions representing federal workers after it was revealed that Musk and his team has gained access to government systems. Ooh, that's scary. It's not Halloween. Musk has publicly called for the entire agency to be deleted, and DOGE has claimed on social media that it's responsible for contracts being canceled. In an effort to combat DOGE efforts, several states and the unions have filed federal lawsuits seeking to stop the task force from having access to information and payment systems. The claim before Chutkan was filed last week, and the claim that Musk's actions are a violation of the appointment clause and exceeded the scope of his authority. Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX and owner of X, is an unelected, unconfirmed government official who is exercising unprecedented executive authority, the state said in the court filing. And an individual accountable only to the president, if he answered to any of all, is exercising apparently unlimited power within the executive branch, the states wrote in their complaint. Mr. Musk's conduct has wreaked havoc on the federal government and caused mass chaos and confusion for states and local governments, federal employees, the American public. I'm not confused. and the people around the world who depend on the United States for leadership and support. That's like if you have a hole in your support holes, does it mean it don't work anymore? Nope. The states asked Chutkan to issue a temporary restraining order that would temporarily bar Musk and DOGE from accessing data systems at the Office of Personnel Management and the Department of Education, Labor, Health and Human Services, Energy, Transportation, and Commerce. They also asked her to prevent him from terminating, furloughing, or basing on invalid leave any federal employees at those agencies. The Justice Department, though, argued that the states cannot identify any intimate, irreparable harm, one of the four factors they had to prove to receive relief that warrant the court's intervention. The Trump administration also said that the relief sought by the states was too broad and would sweep in anyone affected with DOGE, including Mr. Trump and President Trump, and Senate confirmed administration officials. I don't know why they keep calling him Mr. Trump. The Justice Department lawyers wrote in the court filing that the state claimed that Musk has the authority to make decisions for the government is wrong and rests entirely on conflicting influence and authority. An advisor does not become an official simply because the officer listens to his advice. And stripping them of lengthy rhetoric, the states do not accurately cite a single example of where Elon Musk or anyone else in the USDS has been given formal authority to exercise sovereignty power of the United States, they wrote, referring to the U.S. DOGE service, the entity formal name. The declaration, filled by Joshua Fisher, director of the White House Office of Administration, noted that Musk serves as a special advisor to the president, as well as a special government employee. He has no actual or formal authority to make government decisions himself, Fisher stated in the filing. Musk is also not the administrator of DOGE, according to the declaration. Chutkan held a hearing to consider the state's request on Monday, and she apparently skeptical that the states has shown that they would be immediately harmed by Musk and DOGE action. Because I don't know how to pronounce it, I have to say it that way. A generalized fear that this is going to happen, even if it looks like it is likely to happen, is not enough to satisfy the need for a temporary restraining order, she said. I'm not seeing it so far, Chutkan told a lawyer for the states, adding that they were efficiently seeking prosthetic temporary restraining order, which she said is not allowed. I don't even know what the hell that word is. Remember, I failed English, not history. But Angena Cement, a lawyer for the state of New Mexico, which is leading the suit, called DOGE in its action one-of-a-kind situation. New Mexico. You keep it up, May President put an executive order and it'll rename your state from New Mexico to New America. The nation has never experienced this type of welding of power in this way, she said. Well, enjoy, relax, and watch it roll. Chutkan warned that the alleged action by Musk and DOGE are concerning and troubling. She said the mass firing of thousands of federal workers is not a small or common thing, and note that Musk is not being nominated to a position by the president nor confirmed by the Senate. Musk, Chutkan said, is a private citizen tasked with directing an organization, DOGE, to have access to the entire workings of the federal government. She noted that according to the states, the task force had fired employees, cut contracts, and terminated programs, all without apparently any congressional oversight. The allegation isn't the agencies can't manage their own workforce, she said. The allegation is DOGE is coming into these agencies and accessing data and firing people terminating contracts. They're essentially running the government. That's a problem. But Harry Graber, a Justice Department lawyer, said there's not a single instance of Musk or USDS commanding these actions, and they are instead being taken by high-ranking agency officials. So in other words, he's checking in with everybody when he does something or before he does something. So if it's okay, he'll do it. If it's not okay, he won't do it. In a filing Monday submitted after the hearing, Justice Department lawyer reinstated that the Trump administration is not aware of any source of legal authority granted to USDS or the U.S. DOGE Service Temporary Organization the power to order personnel action at any of the agencies listed above. Chutkan oversaw the federal prosecution of Mr. Trump. Why you keep calling him Mr. Trump? It's President Trump. That is brought by former special counsel Jack Smith in Washington, D.C. The president faced 4 counts stemming from prosecutor alleged was an unlawful plot to subvert the transfer of presidential power after the 2020 election. Whoopee! You know I don't believe that part. Because we can't find those 20 million votes in the last election. Where did it go? It didn't go to Trump. It didn't go to Harris. Where did it go? Okay. Chutkan granted a request from Smith to dismiss the case after Mr. Trump, it's President Trump, won the presidential election in November because of a Justice Department policy that forbids the prosecution of a sitting president. Somebody at CBS doesn't like President Trump to the point they're calling him Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump. If you're trying to be so formal with President Trump, maybe you should invite him for dinner. Jeez. So the arch nemesis of President Trump at the D.C. court, Chutkan, could not find a way to give relief to these 14 states to prevent Elon Musk and DOGE from conducting audits and other stuff that they claimed was irreparable harm. It was just another slow tactic to screw the president over, which didn't work. Chutkan, being that she's already on the hot seat for the January 6th stuff, and Trump, I don't blame her for not ruling in their favor because, they're already filing articles of impeachment against several judges, and I don't think she wants to be the next one. Because unfortunately, in her situation, not only could she be impeached for what happened during the Biden administration stuff, she could also be deported from the country because she wasn't born here. She was born in Jamaica. So, yeah. She was between a rock and a hard place. So now you know. Okay, this is Chutkan saying so long for now, and don't forget your salt. Whew.